Welcome to What the Fit, a podcast about what it means to be fit, whatever the fuck that means. Today, we have Rachel, the great and powerful Rachel DesRochers. Welcome.
I love you so much.
I love you so much. I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy to be here.
I was so excited when I just saw you walking up my steps. You just let yourself in my house. I was like, please, just come in.
It's like, ad's fine.
No, I'm so happy. I'm gonna read your bio, your
okay.
author bio really quick.
My author bio.
Your author bio, because you are an author of a book
so it's still weird.
I would imagine it's weird, but it's so fucking cool.
Thank you. It feels really cool. I wrote a fucking book.
You wrote a book.
Yeah.
And it's really powerful.
Thank you.
And it's really you.
Somebody said, I love reading it because I literally feel like I'm on the phone with you.
No, truly. When you walked in, and we haven't seen each other in a while. I don't think we've seen each other since the book release party.
No, I know. And we all cried that night.
Yeah,
Lovely.
no, for sure.
Yeah.
And when I saw you walking in, I was like, but wait a second, I've been actually hanging out with you these last couple of days as I was reading this book. But okay, here we go. Just in case people don't know who you are, you've been on the podcast a million times. Yeah. I always think about that first live podcast that we did at Comfort Station. And it was literally a month after your mom died, I think.
I don't even know if it was that long. I just got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was so powerful.
It really was. Yeah, I always think about that. But okay, Rachel DesRochers is an inspiring entrepreneur, author, and community leader dedicated to spreading gratitude and fostering connections through her work. She is the founder of the Gratitude Collective, a platform built on the principles of kindness, mindfulness, and appreciation, which serves as the foundation for her various ventures. I really think that sums it up. Perfectly. It's really good.
Thank you.
I want to talk about the book, but first I think we just need to catch up a little bit.
I'm here for it.
You've been all around doing all of the things, which is not new for you. So I'm not surprised, but I feel like you've had some cool stuff.
Yeah.
What changed?
I don't know. I think I got to a point in healing post grief. Literally, the miracle was on December 19th, 2023, when I saw the whole picture.
How did you
post
see the whole
divorce.
Picture? What brought the picture?
I was in therapy, Rachel Smith, doing neurodivergent, trauma brain stuff.
You talk about that a little bit?
Yeah.
Is this out of Logan Space?
It is not.
But is that okay?
It is similar,
okay.
and they refer each other.
Okay.
I think. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't remember your name. She's the sweetest, the one that works out of Flourish. I think she might have even trained with Rachel.
Okay.
They both It was funny when we put all the dots together, right? Of course, this community is so small.
Yeah.
And I was introduced to Rachel by Colleen Herman, whose hair does our hair and makeup for P2P, just a great community member. And it was the deepest healing I've ever done.
What's the process like?
I worked with her for about 18 months. And in the beginning, I saw her 10 weeks in a row. She wanted and I would go and she would do these leads onto my head.
Okay.
That's the neurodivergent brain.
Things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And she would do whatever the sensation and worked me up. I started at the very lowest level. This is the most worst description.
Who cares?
So
it's
fine. Yeah. Just trust me on this, you guys. It's so cool. Yeah. And then I would get on our table for craniosacral.
Okay.
And so they're hour-long sessions, and I'm such an extrovert, so I would talk and process out loud.
Okay, I was gonna say, is it talking?
Yes, I did a lot, and she said and there was multiple sessions where I didn't speak.
Oh my God.
There was sessions where I felt him leave my body, literally.
Wow. Your ex-husband.
Yes.
Yes.
And I went back in trauma experiences deeper than I've ever been able to really get to. And I felt so safe and contained. And I remember it was this year, 2025. And I think I said, like, I think I've healed, like I felt it. And she said something and she was like, no, you've pushed past that. You're free.
Oh. Is that what healing maybe feels like? Freedom?
It's the most beautiful feeling that I've ever experienced because I didn't know what happiness was.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, right? Like, and it feels light.
Yeah.
I wake up every day going, oh, I get to do this. Like,
and you were not feeling that way previously.
Oh, I don't think, I think I worked so hard to feel that way because that was my work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You could get that, like that feeling maybe on a smaller scale from different pieces of your life, but it wasn't.
And in moments, but it wasn't
like your
every
state
day,
of being,
all day.
Your state of
like
being.
I said, I felt my body drop. Which is such a weird, like, I feel like I've embodied gratitude, like, cellularly through that process of allowing all of me to be worthy of being loved and to love all of me.
Yeah.
Like, that's what healing and the path to freedom has given me.
Right.
Right? Like, I went on this vacation and I was on the beach in a bathing suit in a way that I've never, ever had.
Yeah.
And I even looked at my dad, right?
Yeah.
And I just said, like, I'm an adult and I'm just now having this feeling. Like, what a blessing.
Right.
Right? Like,
and many people will never
get
to feel it.
No.
Or experience
And so I think that's so much of my work. And I think, Chrissy, that's why I'm so willing to share so much is because I if it's possible for me, like, it's possible for anyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what does it look like when you show up every day and put your own oxygen mask on first? Like, that's what that has been. And so now I kind of just go in quarterly for like a tune-up, right?
Yeah, okay.
Like I don't see her as regularly. And I weaned off of it. I was hot and heavy and I worked through it. I stayed with it. Like, I faced every fear that I just couldn't imagine how much was stored in my body. I talk a lot about, I've had hip pain for over a decade.
Oh yeah, same.
I haven't been in pain for over a year. Wow. And I know, like, that's emotional attachment.
Oh yeah.
You know, like,
no, for
it's
sure.
so,
how
cool.
It's really cool. And it's interesting you bringing this up now because I've been having this conversation a lot lately with myself and thinking about what does healing look like? What does healed look like? Is there this version where it is just like, yep, complete, done? Yeah. And it's reminding me of a conversation that I had with, and I'm going to probably talk about him a lot this episode, Patrick Herringer.
Yeah.
I was listening to our past episodes and this was around this time last year, was talking about an experience that with like psilocybin therapy.
Yeah.
And his like kind of profound breakthrough of healing was like, it's okay to like myself.
Yeah.
And like I had an experience that I was talking about and really like a lot of the work that I've been doing now for many years coming to this point that like, it's okay for me to be myself, which I think is the same thing. And the thing that you're saying, I came
home to myself.
You know what I mean?
I came home to myself and I like me.
Yeah.
And I am good enough.
Yeah.
And I am smart enough. And there's nobody telling me different.
For
right?
Sure.
Like,
and I think like that
or
is...
not to my face.
Yeah. Well, fuck them. Who cares? What do they know?
Right? But like I can hold that lightly too. Like that's the beautiful part about being here is like I feel my head a little high. Like it's just, it is this wild. And like you had said, like, is there a point? I don't think it's, you ever hit peak.
Yeah.
Like now,
because there is
what the healing is it's actually allowing me to live life.
Yeah.
Being free is allowing me to live in a way that I've never lived, which now leads us back to like what this past year has brought. You know, there's been experiences showing up on my door that I know would not have come a few years ago because I wouldn't have had the ability or capacity to receive them.
You're ready, yeah.
I think this is a lot, and you know, I talk a lot in entrepreneurship and there's something brewing about, I've been having a lot of conversations, like we get so busy building for tomorrow, we miss out on this incredible thing we have today. And so we never feel good enough in our entrepreneur journey because we're so forward focused when actually if you stop, everything's right here. The people are ready to support you. Like it will be more beautiful than you could ever get it to be if you can just get present in your own journey. You know?
And believe that you're worthy of experiencing that.
So
that's for you.
I went to Italy in December and gave a keynote at a women's conference over there. That was incredible. First time ever leaving the country.
Where in Italy did you go?
Bari.
Okay.
It's down in the Boot.
Okay.
And incredible group of women over there. Hello, friends. I promise I'm coming back. They tried to do the conference again and it did not work out. But I've actually been talking to them like, what if we did like a tiny tour of Italy and like do a tiny town taste, like a retreat, a pasta eating retreat.
It's great.
So I'm coming for you girls. And then
so that
Chrissy,
was December,
in 2 weeks before Power to Pursue, I was asked to go to New York and speak. And I just said yes. I was like, yes. Like God presented the opportunity and made it so easy. And literally it was 30 hours. I'd never been to New York.
Oh, Rachel, that's
and like went up
amazing.
And like I was so happy. I walked in my bright pleats, please. You know, they didn't know what to. They were like, "Who are you?" Ever, you know, like we like it. Ohio? We think, you know, and met some incredible women who like we were like, let's reconnect. Like women that are women, you know, like, and that was really incredible. Goodness gracious. I mean, I wrote a book this year. It got published. I had a book launch party and a gratitude journal. Power to Pursue.
Let's talk about Power to Pursue.
We sold out at 850 people.
With Katie Couric.
With Katie freaking Couric.
Incredible.
I mean, she brought it.
Yeah.
And like was so humble and so beautiful and so real. Like everyone's like, oh, I get it. You know, like
why she is the way that she is and why so many.
Yeah.
I can just like, my grandma loved Katie Couric. She was always talking about Katie Couric. I'm so happy that I have the book so I can like check that out. And when I saw that she was going to be at Power to Pursue this year, so I lost my grandma in August. Which is just like fucking wild.
My Grams is still alive. Love you. Now I've got to go visit her. I know, I promise.
Right. And that I feel like for sure is I'm still like wrapping my head around that from August. And she was like a mother to me. Like she raised me.
Yeah, that's right.
And she had Alzheimer's and, you know, it was a long journey.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's tough, you know.
It's tough having it for a short amount of years. I couldn't imagine if I had to do it for 20.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
Right. We were probably at about, I would say close to 10.
Yeah.
Close to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was tough. But, you know, when I saw that for this year, I was just kind of like, oh, Grandma, you would have liked that one.
Yeah.
You know, that was special.
It was so cool too. Like somebody said, hey, Katie, would you be willing to record a video? And like my mom couldn't be here. And she was like, and did it, like jumped right on the lady's phone. Like, I think she stayed for like an hour and a half. And I was like, Katie, do you want me to do groups? She's like, no, I will meet every single one of these women. These are our women. She said like out loud, like, this is my community. You are my people. And we were all like, yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
No, that's so cool. And is there stuff happening in other cities? Did I see?
Oh my gosh. It is so wild, Chrissy. So the divinity, I think, of some of this work or where I'm at in leadership or where I'm at in the work is like, I've said, like, I haven't thought about how for almost 2 years.
What do you mean by that?
How any of it's going to get done, what's next, who's next.
You're just letting
how
it
the
come.
Vision's going to come to life. Like the vision can be there, but I don't. And when I let that space, when I let the breath be, The person shows up, the money shows up, the people show up, the place shows up. Like it all works out because I feel aligned.
Yeah.
I like, again, it goes back into that, like, wow, that's what alignment is.
Yeah. I had
alignment's just grace every moment. Right. Like, it's not, I've still messed it all up. Things don't work. Like, I'm not here to, like, what I'm here to say is that alignment brings a lot more happiness and joy and ease.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then when it doesn't work out, there's almost a divine fortune to that too, right? Like,
totally.
Every no has pointed me in a better spot.
Rejection is protection.
Yeah.
Rejection is protection.
Yes.
That is like one of my mantras right now. Rejection is protection. Like if it's not working out for me, then
it's okay.
It's not for me.
Hold it lightly, friends.
Hold it lightly.
Hold it lightly.
Yeah, that's good. No, I had the experience recently when I got laid off from my corporate job and I'm in this space of like, what am I going to do? I'm terribly depressed. Yeah. I'm stressed out about money. I'm thinking like, what is my life's purpose? What am I going to, all those questions that one has. And most of like the anxiety and the depression was all happening around this time where it was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What should I do? What should I do? This like lost feeling. Yeah. And it was almost like immediately when I made the decision, when I was like, I'm gonna do the podcast.
Yeah.
Like I am going to pursue my art. I am going to make this my living and why I'm here on this planet. And as soon as I kind of made that decision, I swear to God, everything just started happening.
Yeah.
People just came out of the fucking woodwork.
No,
do you need me to do this for you? Do you need me to do this for you? You should do this. How about this? And I was just like,
that's it.
Talk about gratitude.
Yeah.
Talk about gratitude. And I was scared. I mean, I'm still scared.
I mean, you guys, I feel stable and secure and I still get the nerves knocked out of me. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, I'm so grateful. Like truly, like when I feel that, because that is also I think a signal that it's right, you know?
Right.
Because like somebody told me, they're like, you're one of the riskiest people I know. And I like froze because if you would ask me if I take risk, I would say absolutely not.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
I don't feel like anything I do is risky because it is so, it's practical. I take one step at a time. I have a big vision. I have a big dream, but in order for the dream to come true, I have to stand up out of the chair and open the door.
Yeah.
Not raise $1 million.
Right.
Right? Like
one step at a time.
Maybe I should raise $5,000.
Yeah.
Right? Like again, like I have to build with what I can build and then build up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I'm very practical. I think through it.
That resonates with me too. And it was like with all of these confirmations and affirmations that I was receiving from people, like, yes, I was scared. And like, of course I still have doubts that creep in for sure. But I was like, this is right though. Yeah. And like any of the fear or the doubt or whatever, that's just probably going to be a normal part of the process and a normal part of me being a human being that's like going out and trying to live my dreams. If everyone lived, like, it's hard to live your dream. If it wasn't, everyone would be doing it.
And there's dark night. Like again, like I've risked it. I've almost lost and it's all okay.
Yeah. Hold it lightly. I love that.
Hold it lightly.
Yeah.
And that's years of practice. I know. Right? Like I also, April marked my 15th year of entrepreneurship.
Wow.
So I've seen it all enough to know like it will shake out if I let it, you know, like if I know better and this is the only way, that's usually when I rock the boat too hard.
Mm-hmm. What I found on this, like just the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey, is one of the, I think most like important practices for me has been faith.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, it's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to happen as it should. Like I have to have faith. Like when I was like, how am I going to get a job? How am I going to make money while I'm doing this? You know, like this guy, you know, and I would just, Logan gave me this affirmation, like, I choose love, not fear. I choose love, not fear.
Yeah.
So when it would start to come in and I would just be like, I have faith. I don't know. I can't see. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. I don't know what's around the next corner, but like I have faith that because I'm living in alignment and because I'm like following my soul, that it will work out, because that is how it works.
Yeah, there's something about spiritual groundedness that's so real and right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, whatever your God looks like.
Right.
You know, I think that's people hear that and they automatically, and it's, again, that God is love. If you look at any great teacher,
Yes.
in any religion, truly.
Yep.
Any of that spiritual leadership at the top, it was always love.
Yeah. No,
And
it is. I mean, I think that's like the purpose
that
of
again,
why
it's in
we're
the book,
here.
and I love talking like this story in particular, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest gifts of her death was this lesson. And you want me to just tell it?
Please. Yeah.
My mother was one of those women. She grew up like the poorest of the poor in a tiny town called Honeybee, Kentucky, in a probably 2-bedroom house, no running water. Like I remember going down to the holler when I was a kid, right? And so moved up here and married my dad, and there's a lot to it, but my dad took very good care of her. I really acknowledge that, and she just loved jewelry. She loved bracelets, but the sicker she got, the more of them she would wear. And even as a kid, I would go in and be like, Mom, can we look at your jewelry? Like, because it was just, right?
No,
it's
right.
beautiful. And Mom's jewelry is just beautiful, right?
Yes.
Especially when you're 7, even if it was all fake. Like, no, I didn't
Just
care.
to like get in the jewelry box.
Right.
Like I loved opening up the jewelry box.
That's it. It was
I loved
such an
taking it
experience.
out. My grandma was the same way, yeah.
But she would be like, okay, you can't, like, you don't leave. That was hers,
Yeah.
right? Word.
Keep it close.
And so the sicker she got, the more bracelets she would wear. And like, I'm sure she had bracelets that probably covered at good
like
4 to 5 inches of arm. And we were at the doctor, and the nurse was with us, and we were back doing like the final checkout or something. And she goes, Mary, your bracelets are so beautiful. My mom looked down at her arm and saw one and acknowledged her. At that point, I would say was pretty nonverbal, and took it off and handed it to her. And that act alone was beautiful for me to witness. Like that act, Chrissy, opened my heart so much because I saw a dying woman still offering love.
And it was her.
At her core,
right?
In the most childlike wonder.
This disease can be destroying her brain, but it did not take away who she was.
And I looked at her and I said, Mom, that was so nice. That, like, what a beautiful thing to do. Thank you.
For sure.
And she looked at me and she just like it was nothing. Like I did not grow up being told to take her bracelets off, right? And she goes, it's okay. Life is love.
For sure.
And
I know,
that's
it's
it.
beautiful.
That's it.
Yeah.
So literally probably almost every day since that, that's been the mantra. That's been the leader of the work.
Yeah. No, it is.
That's all I want to do is love.
Yes, because that's the point. That's the only thing that matters. And I think you could really understand that after going through grief over loss of a person, loss of a job, of identity, a relationship, whatever. Like
grief is deep.
It just comes back to like the whole point is to just love.
Yeah.
Is to experience
how
love,
quickly we muddle it because we know better.
Right. And I've been coming back around to using God as like the nomenclature, because for a while, like I grew and I was raised
Creator,
Catholic.
Great Spirit.
Yeah, and I liked universe, I was like source or whatever. And something shifted in me just really recently. I had been practicing this other mantra and affirmation where I would just say, God, keep talking, I'm listening. Mm-hmm. Just keep talking. I promise I'm listening. Yeah. And that was like really the first time where I was like using God, and I was like, this feels okay to me.
I use God, and I think I've always, but I think I was hesitant, because
there's a religion attached to it for me.
I agree. And I think I try to just hold a neutrality in my work and life and just that's important to me. Yeah. I agree with everyone. Right? Like again, like I'm going to meet you, whoever you are, where you are.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we have to do life together.
Sure.
Does it, right? But like, I don't have to have judgment because you believe differently than me. And it is funny. I would say probably too, you know, over the last few years, I really got confident again with that word, and it's a lovely word.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not
and
scared of it anymore.
No, it holds so much.
Yeah, it
because
does.
again, God is just another word for love then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Right. It's like all the same. It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Okay,
talk about the book.
Yeah.
So I went through and I underlined a bunch of stuff.
Oh, give it to me,
it's like
girl.
all like dog-eared. And like
Thank you. Thank you. No.
This is a book that you live in. Like
it is yeah, I agree. Thank you. I want that. You
know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I want you to experience it.
Yeah, like you have prompts and you have
I was making
write.
so many prompts in the book that's why the publisher goes, "You're cute, but like, is it a book or is it a journal? You should have separate them." And then so really scaled back the prompts to kind of just, I think, one a chapter or something.
Yeah. No, it's good. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up my first one here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna dive in. Okay, this is the first one. You write, "It is about how grief and gratitude can bring the fullness of this world to our fingertips, and how dealing with our own suffering is the key to unlocking freedom, joy, and the fullness we deserve." And I think for me, what really stood out here was the dealing with our own suffering.
Yeah.
And how we don't want to do that. People
not only do we
wanna
not want to do it, but what I've really been reflecting on over the last 6 months is how often we choose it.
Oh, yeah.
And
that hit me. Damn.
Oh, it's so good. So when I say that, what I think one of the most beautiful parts of being human is suffering. Hold with me.
Yeah.
Girl.
The best part about being human is suffering.
Because suffering brings
yeah.
us home to ourselves. Suffering clears out all these old beliefs, and right, there's part of suffering. And part of it is that you can't be a human without it. So the human suffering is going to happen no matter what. You can try to fight it. Ask me how long I pushed it down.
Oh, ask me how long I pushed it down.
Right? So it's when you have human suffering, a failure, a loss of job, death, divorce, like whatever that is, and you go, "Oh, it's fine." Like, it's when you take this human suffering and you don't know how to do it. You don't want to do it.
Avoid it. Put it away.
Then the choosing of suffering is, in this example, I think is so real, is you need help. And you go, "I know that Zesty Steph can help me, but I know she's so busy and I know what she charges and my budget's only this. And, you know, I don't know. I'm just going to sit on it for 17 weeks until I think in that moment we are saying, I'm choosing suffering. Yeah. I'm choosing to think that I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not smart enough. Because I think there's a lot of conditioning on us that we have to know it all.
Yeah.
And so this suffering comes out of this identity that's not real.
Yeah.
Like, knowing it all is not real. And the last thing I want is to know it all. I love asking people for help. Yeah. I love not knowing things.
For sure.
No. So I love,
No, I've had that experience with bartending. Like this, I had never bartended before.
Right.
Like I had to learn an entirely new job, an entirely new skill set.
Yep.
And I didn't even know what was in an old fashioned. I didn't know it was in a Manhattan. Like I spent a lot of time in bars, but like I'm drinking vodka soda and like a margarita. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know about things. Like,
right.
I don't know how it's done. I'm just.
I can get you a shot of tequila. I'm your girl.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was just so like, I was so intimidated.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know anything.
Yep.
I'm not good at this right now for sure. And it's so much like muscle memory and just like manual, like understanding where things are, whatever. And guess what? I got better at it.
You allowed the muscle, right?
Like I allowed myself to be like, I'm not going to be good at this. I'm probably I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to look stupid.
I'm going to make some bad drinks.
For sure.
In front of my friend. No pressure, right? Like, even in front of the people that love us the most.
This is their career and they've been doing it for a decade. And I'm like, what's the jigger called? You know, like whatever. Whatever it is. And like, I don't know. It was really a transformative experience for me. Like learning how to bartend was like spiritual. Because it made me like really
pushed again, like we live, I talk a lot about like we live in our blinders, right?
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful opportunity when we choose some of this stuff for our blinders to just, but it's hard. Like,
yeah. Oh my God. Okay. What's the next one that I have marked here?
Oh, I love this.
This is great. Okay. So you just write, be afraid and feel love. And I wrote a note there. I was like, this is being human.
Yeah.
But this whole book to me was like, this is what it's like to be human. And I love, I know it sounds however it sounds, but I love talking about grief.
Yeah, me
because
too.
To me, it is the most human experience.
Agreed.
That we can have this terrible sorrow and pain and feeling of like no control, right? Yeah. And also it sits because there's so much love.
Like the most divine, pure love. And that feels so unobtainable because I don't know, so many of us have been loved with condition. And that's terrifying. Unconditional love is terrifying when you've only been conditionally loved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I know, but I was just like that. And for me right now, if I think about, yes, like I'm committed, I have goals around the podcast and all that. Yes. But like really my kind of like beacon of light that I'm walking toward is like, how can I show up as my human self? Like my most human and all the messiness. So I get to experience it all.
Yeah.
The highest highs, the lowest lows, all in between. I'm very tired. I'm very energized. I'm full of joy. I hate everything. Like all of it, because like that is what it is to be human. And if you're not doing it all, then I just feel like you're living half a life. You're not expressing yourself in your full authentic expression.
Yes.
And that's the most important thing to me.
I think that's it. It doesn't matter what you do.
No.
Like it's are you happy? Like, right? Like, what does happiness look like to you?
Yeah.
What does joy feel like? Like in your body, can you feel it?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah. And to like, I don't know. I think there's going to be another point that I wrote down where it was really related to like falling in love with the terrible times as much as you're in love with the amazing times.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to last. It's not always going to feel that way. It's going to come back around. And it's like, okay, how can I really like be in the times that are not great and I'm unsure and I'm doubtful and still find gratitude?
We don't like to be in the liminal space.
Oh, no.
Because like it's not clear, right? It's murky or mucky, or it's that unknown, the in between. And I realized, because I lived in the liminal space for a really long time, I think her death put me there, and then just the separation and miracles happened there that would not have happened if I didn't allow myself to sit in it. I go back to the pearl, right? Like the pearl is birthed from a grain of sand and making that like in the shell of discomfort. The pearl is born out of discomfort. The lotus comes by like birthing itself through the thickest mud. Yeah. So like, be in the liminal space. Just like sink into, be okay. Take a breath there. Look around. Yeah. Hold it lightly. Because like there's a miracle. Like my mantra that was, there's a miracle on the other side of the mountain, right? Like there's a miracle every day.
No, for sure.
That's it's as simple as the breath.
Yeah. I related a lot to when I was like very intensely working out for like many years, and I would be like pushing myself in the gym. I would always repeat this, like, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yeah. Get comfortable with the discomfort. And this, I feel
especially if you're an entrepreneur.
Yes. No, and that's kind of like what I'm coming around to, and where like I'm settling in. I was like, hey, guess what? It's not going to feel good all the time.
No.
It never has.
Well, it's going to push you into zones that you've tried to like skate around.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And it's just, you have capacity to not skate around them.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay. The next one this is a big one. Are we afraid of dying, or are we afraid of living? This one really hit me, because I was like, I don't think I'm afraid of dying. Like when I die, I'm going to be absorbed into all the love of the universe.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully maybe according to Logan and Julia, like this could be my last life. Like I've lived very many. This could, if I learn what I need to learn in this life, I could reach enlightenment. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid it will hurt, but like whatever.
You know, I'm not ready.
No, I wouldn't say I'm ready either, but I'm not afraid for it to happen.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, well then is the answer then that I'm afraid of living? Because that sounds pretty shitty and cowardly of me.
I think that's one of the most beautiful things her death gave me.
Yeah, talk more about that.
Was just an opportunity to see what I think some of her fear and worry and anxiety of things that she wanted to do but wouldn't go past that. She was afraid of flying, and so like her and my dad wanted to travel the world, and like she couldn't get over that hump, right? Or like so that compounded with watching someone die over 5 years. It makes you really, changing someone's diaper changes you.
For sure.
It says like, wait, what am I letting me stop? What's stopping me?
Yep.
I'm worried about, I'm afraid of.
Right. What?
That's the question, right?
The
and
question.
So there's this beautiful question that I've been working with probably the last year, maybe two, in that space even of like, is it real? What's real? Like I ask myself that question.
Nothing.
Yeah, but like everything. Yeah. Right? Like because like what's real is zesty stuff wants to help you. What's not real is you not thinking you know what I mean? So like when I go into that panic or worry or if I start going like, well, how are we going to do it? Like what's real? Well, what's real is this body of work's unfolding whether or not I want it to, you know, like what's real is actually she can hold part of it. What's real is, oh, we do have a member of our community that can kind of come in. And so like, it puts me back in my body, that question. And that's important, you know? I don't think choosing living means that you have to have this big, boisterous, public, taking choosing living is, wow, I love me. Wow.
That is it.
I want to go to this coffee shop once a week because it brings me joy, and I'm going to look at my budget to ensure that I can do that. Yeah. I want to have my friends over for dinner once a week, and I'm just going to say, I'm sorry if my house is messy, but I want to feed people tonight. Will you come for dinner? Yeah. Right. And so to me, choosing living is literally that easy. Yeah. And I say that because I think that people look at, and it is like, it might look big. Like I tell people all the time, like if you're lonely, call me. I'm home most nights of the week and I have teenagers. So like, I'm bored after 5, like they're like, cool mom, thanks for feeding me. Like, no, I'm sorry. I'm coming. Yeah. Can you, on the nights you work early? Yeah. Okay. I'm not a 10 o'clock starter. Yeah. No, they're I can stay out once I'm out. Yeah. But no, so I think like it's that, right? And so to say that, because I think it's really important for people that listen to this to realize that happiness is within your reach if you're willing to reach for it. And if you are happy, please, like that is not, it gives back to that suffering piece, right? Like this, and it goes back into that grief and gratitude piece. Like it's all connected. I think I'm thinking about this. I'm sitting here, like the really like to live, like who cares what you do, what you did, what like janitor to CEO, everything is important. Yeah, for sure. Sure. And I remember when my brother died, like he had his own business. He was an entrepreneur. He was in like tons of debt. He like owed people money. Great. He like had medical bills out the ass, like all this stuff. And like, no one was fucking talking about that. No one mentioned one single time about the amount of money that he had or that he was going to make. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like at all. It was about who he was, how he made people feel. Yeah. But if I'm thinking about like this, like, are we afraid of living? Like to really live regardless of what you do.
if you can get to that point we were talking about earlier, this healed place or this like healed journey of like, we like ourselves, we accept ourselves, we love like that. I'm like, that's living. That's living. You did it. That's living.
I think there's been so many iterations of just even, right? I mean, again, like I always go back, like I'm just becoming, like, like this is just what becoming looks like in a lot of ways. And I'm so proud that I've gotten here, even to be, again, like I felt good in a bathing suit on the beach. Now, maybe that was because I was in Hawaii and I didn't know anybody, but like,
no, but you felt it.
I felt it in a way that I don't know that I have in a really, really long time. And it feels so good. And again, like you guys, like literally, like I just felt that for the first time in decades. Like, I want to hold that, you know, like I got here and I did the work. I matter and we matter.
Yeah, that's living. I think that realization, that acceptance, honoring that as truth, like that to me is living.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that sometimes I don't feel strong or I don't have different, like, right? Like it doesn't mean I don't want it to be different, but like it feels so good to finally just accept and be happy today.
Well, yeah. And I think that once you, and I don't even think that it has to be this like, yes, I love myself so much.
Agreed.
But when you feel it and you know it, then on the days when you're not showing up as your best, you're able to be like, well, it's okay. We'll give her some grace. We can't always show up at 100%.
That's it.
I love myself, so I'm not gonna beat myself up about it.
Nope. No, gone are the days of the guilt. Ugh.
I will have it creep in.
Yeah.
But I have language and tools now.
That's it.
But like,
yeah.
and I don't know if that voice will ever stop, or it's quieter. And if that's all I can get to, quieter,
what a blessing.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's a miracle, right? Yeah.
We're to a point where like I used to be in a place where I would have to ask someone for permission to not work out in a day. Like, is it okay? Do you think it's okay if I don't work out today? Does that sound like living?
No, like, right? Like no. We're so quick to put ourselves in that, like, yeah, it's why, like, right. No. Okay.
No, I hear you. Okay. What's next on my little list? Okay. This one. To not shy away from what a gift the grief can be. It's helped me to get to know myself better. And I agree with you. It's like 100%. And it's something that I always wrestle with. And I think it's a good conversation to have right now for our community after losing the leader that we had in Patrick. And I would not be the person I am today. I don't believe, if not having gone through the loss of my brother and then all of the kind of like waterfall events that followed that. And I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for it. I had a traumatic, terrible relationship that broke me to my fucking core.
Yep.
And I'm so grateful for it.
Same, girl.
Because it showed me who I am, all of that, right? But I think the place where I struggle a little bit is like, if I had a choice and someone was like,
we wouldn't choose it.
Would you give it, for this?
But here's the catch, like it would have just come in a different form. I think that's like, you can't outrun grief or those experiences.
Right.
Like,
and it's not like his death.
No one lives forever.
Yeah.
It's,
but that's what I would struggle with, this like feeling of like, I'm so grateful, but like, fuck, if I could give it back to have him here, I would.
We all would.
Yeah.
And like, I even think I say it in the book, like I want my mom, but I don't want my sick mom. So like, what am I choosing?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
No one wants to lose anyone. Tragically, through a slow death, through a massive heart attack, through a car wreck, right? Like we witness tragedy every day. I think we've witnessed tragedy and trauma for so long without necessarily the tools or words. And I do think there's been a beautiful gift of resurgence of grief and the normalization of it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful that it's a word that has become common. And the reason I'm grateful for it is now we have a word for the feeling that every single human experiences, right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden we can normalize it. You know, I don't want to compare grief. Like you had said, like every human experiences grief. I think I also can look at part of why I love building in food, because every culture and community knows how to break bread.
For sure.
So breaking bread's a sign of gratitude, right? Yeah. It's a sign of abundance.
Yeah.
And grief. So in that first section there's a line about the grief and gratitude and them walking together. And some of this reflection, Chrissy, it's that I've credited gratitude for who I am.
Yeah.
Right? I have praised gratitude publicly and personally and quietly for decades at this point. I've had a gratitude practice for well over 3 decades. And what the gift of the book gave me was that gratitude has been there, yes, but so has grief. Grief has walked alongside every experience.
Yeah.
And gratitude was the tool that saved me from the grief.
I see what you're saying. I think before my view, because I would think about this, you know, in maybe the first couple years or couple years after he died, where I would almost feel guilty of being like, oh, through his death, I got so much, you know? But I was like, but no, it's not taking away. Do you know what I mean? Like the lessons learned are not taking away from the fact that I miss my brother so much and I wish 100%. He was here every day.
Well, I joke like she'd kick my ass if I was just like, I'm in the dead moms club. Poor me. Woe is me. I don't know how to live my, like she would, like I would have a bad ghost.
Yeah. Oh,
you know, like she'd be like, oh really? You want to sleep tonight? Like, I did not give up what I gave up for you to not live.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
The greatest gift I can give is living.
Yep.
She was so proud and she came to everything. She was involved in every part of every business I started.
Yeah.
And part of that was she wanted it and she just didn't know how to do it. You know, my dad supported so much, but like she was a mom, like there was just, right? Like it was just a different time and she didn't. So there's anger and grief and to, again, you can hold that lightly too.
Yeah. Of course there's anger.
I don't think gratitude's whitewashing grief. I think that there's people that use gratitude to whitewash a lot, right? It's you should be grateful, you know? But his death, even in our community, right? It doesn't take away from the fact that you're still here and we still have you. And I want to honor that. I want to honor that I have breath in my lungs and that I have clean drinking water and I have a house over my head. Yeah. Like I've also worked hard for those things. And that's important, you know, in my love of me, to be able to hold both. Like that's the power, right? Like when I teach gratitude, Chrissy, I've always said like gratitude is so beautiful because it's so simple. And we think it's this overshadowing big thing that diminishes the experience. Yeah. That's not...
I see what you're saying.
What gratitude does not take away. Yeah. Like gratitude never once came to me and said, don't be sad that your mom died. Never once. Gratitude said, I'm so sorry that happened. I'm so sorry today is heavy. Yeah. And I'm just going to sit here with you while it feels so heavy. You're not alone, babe. Yeah. And you have air conditioning and a friend and dinner in the fridge, right?
Like, I know. It's like, it really truly is almost now I'm thinking in my mind, like,
we think it has to be
hard to separate them, because like if
that's the point.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
How golden is that? Like,
Yeah.
we don't have to separate it anymore.
Yeah.
We have the ability to hold both, because both make up our humanness.
Yeah.
And that humanness then has an opportunity to choose suffering or not. Yeah. Oh shit, man. We
brought it back around.
Let's do this. I love this. Like, this is
we brought it back around. Yeah. No, I know. It's
I think that's part of the disappointing part of so many tools that we've been taught, is that the tools have always said you have to choose.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the gift, Buddha, I think, don't quote me, but he literally, one of those level, I will give it to Buddha, but it could be Buddha 22 or something. Sure. But like, gratitude is the highest form of enlightenment. Mm. I look back, Chrissy, I was thinking about this the other day. I remember not having enough money to go to Walmart and buy full price shoes for my kids.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I couldn't. That season was beautiful. Mm-hmm. That season made me learn how to work differently. Mm-hmm. It taught me what I give up to, like.
The thing that, what I was thinking when you were talking, when I was listening to you, when I'm practicing gratitude, or if I'm sitting in gratitude, which I often try to do in the morning, and I try to like, I almost call it like holding court. I
love it.
And I'll bring in my grandma, and I'll bring in Joe. And I had a very good friend from college, Josh, who passed away in January. And now we'll have Patrick, like the people that have been close to me that have died. And I just kind of like and I feel gratitude, and it is like the fullest feeling that I experience. It like gratitude literally like fills you up. It's expansive. It's like a foamy mousse.
It is limitless. Yeah. I've loved that meme that's like going around right now that says like, ask for more, the universe isn't on a budget.
Yes.
I think that's, and so I think
no tariffs happening in the universe.
No. And like, again, like it sounds like so woo woo. Oh yeah, that works for you. But gratitude's just a muscle, right? And like, you learn, if you're willing to build the muscle, it will open up a life that you just never, and all it is it's the broadening of those blinders. It's being able to see the sun when the sun's out.
Yep, truly. Okay, I think I just have a couple more here. Okay, these are kind of both the same thing. I'm going to quickly say, okay, you wrote, we have to learn how to process grief, pain, resentment. We have to learn how to soften our hearts. I think this plays in really nicely with this next paragraph that you wrote about grace. Here it is again. What is grace to me? Grace is a soft landing spot. It's doing my best on the hardest days. It's being tender with my own self when I push so hard. It's the breath that gives me hope. Grace almost feels like the feather falling, slow and gentle. And I remember when I did the Head to Heart program with you. In 2021, I was on the precipice of my divorce. I didn't yet know it.
Yeah.
I was clearly really unsatisfied with my work, because I was coming to you to be like, how can I grow the podcast? Here we are. It only took me 4 years, but
good things take time.
Yeah. And I was just, I don't even think consciously, to me, there was so much going on under the surface. The unprocessed, undealt with grief of my brother that was only 3 years before, like it was just, there was so much rumbling.
Yeah.
And I had this just such a hard exterior shell of like, I can do anything.
Yeah.
I can do it with a broken heart, right? Like,
I'm going to push it down and work through it, because I've been told forever I'm strong enough.
Yes. And you had said to me, and there was a common theme happening in like a lot of the coaches and guides that I had at that time, was telling me to soften. And at the time in 2021, I was just like, I don't get it.
I said at Power to Pursue, when we were doing the power panel to like close it out, like one of the questions, and I think one of the most powerful things women have in our ability to lead is our tenderness. And it's the thing we've been told is wrong about us.
Yeah.
You know, I often say my goal is to find that balance between soft and strong, because that's the balance between masculine and feminine.
Right.
I again, we are both, right? Like there is this. Like, I don't want to be so hard, strong, and I don't want to be so like I need both.
Yeah.
Right.
And I didn't get it then. Like I remember you being like, you need to soften.
Yeah.
And I was like, give me a rule book on it. Like how do I do it?
Yeah.
And then through, a couple years after that and going through that really, really tough relationship, that I realized like, oh, the softening is the grace.
Yeah.
To tell yourself like, it's okay, I've got you. Let me hold you here.
My dad and I did a whole retreat, 3-day retreat just about grace.
Well, it's super
so cool.
Because I don't know, for me, it was a really hard, I'd spent so much of my life, probably all of my life, in this hard, strong, like, stiff upper lip kind of thing.
Yep.
And that I couldn't get it. And it took, whatever it took for me to be like, oh, that's it. The softening is giving myself grace. The softening is forgiveness and compassion.
Yeah.
For all my past selves.
Isn't that cool?
It's so cool. It's so cool.
It's accessible.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, then I think I had one more. No, that was No, that was probably all of it. This was I wanted to say a delight. It wasn't a delight. I cried through most of it.
Yeah.
But because it forced me to confront a lot of my grief around brother, grandma, a lot with my grandma, because this was such a relatable story.
Yeah.
And I was just put so much back into that experience of watching her die. I watched her die. We were all there. And I don't know. It was really helpful. It was really accessible. It was simple.
Thank you. That means so much, because like writing a book, this has been one of the most vulnerable things I've ever done. I've told stories in here I've held for decades.
For sure.
And I was ashamed to tell them.
Yeah.
And it's still hard for me to like promote it, because
dude, I get that.
Because I'm like, this is the most vulnerable bits of me.
It's so tough.
But I also think that it's one of the greatest offerings that I could give, because the blessings that came out of her death and some of those writings to normalize a normal thing. And I had people come and say, I forgave my mom, like that makes it worth it. So like, if that helps one person, it served its purpose, right? Sure. And so it means so much. Like, it means so much, and I'm not going to cry, because like, the beauty of that, Chrissy, and what I see now that it's birthed, is that those stories had to be told, because that chapter is final.
Yeah.
And the next body of work is just, it's that growth that happens from the grief, right? And it feels really good to see that. Like,
yeah,
I know how to suffer less.
For sure.
Finally.
Yeah. No, I really want to do my part in furthering conversations around grief and helping people be with it and understand it a little bit better and feel it.
And there's a grace that first year of grief. Now, I think, especially in like a loss, whether it's divorce or death, there's something profound about going through all the first. Right. And to say that out loud, because it's people hard. Are like, well, I went back to work and yes, I mean, I was back to work in a week, or, like there is a normalcy that once it's over, there is a normal expectation that life goes on.
Well, and that's like the insane part of the early grief is like, what's happening in here is like not reflecting with the rest of the world.
Right. And how do you walk amongst it?
Yeah.
Right. Because you have to get back. You have to, in a way,
life
right?
Continues.
Unless you have an opportunity that you can do something in a different way, that's different privilege, right? Or like you just stop living, which we also witness a lot of. But to offer that is just, I think, wisdom that I've learned is there's something really beautiful about getting through the first. They're hard. That season is hard. Missing my wedding anniversary was harder than missing my first birthday without my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they also bring a different level. And then you get to the seconds and you can feel it, right? Like with her, it's the 5th anniversary this year, and that feels kind of monumental. Like we've made it a whole hand, right? Like,
yeah,
it's funny, Chrissy, like it's not that I think about her. She's with me, even like packing. Tia, God bless Tia, incredible photographer. We love you, Tia. She got my mom loved sunflowers, and she got me a gift. It's a necklace and it's a sunflower, but you open it up, it's a picture of my mom.
Oh, cool.
And I'm not even kidding. I was packing for Hawaii because you packed, like, I was like, I'm going to take my earrings because I'm going to dress up to go to the beach.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. You pack like every outfit.
I know now how to pack. I'm a way better Hawaii packer now.
But I used to do that too. Oh,
and
for
she
sure
jumped out.
She did.
She was like, I'm going with you, put me in the box. Like, and so she's still here in another way, and it's so cool.
God, yeah. No, I know without a doubt that the people that we love never truly leave us.
And
it's impossible.
The gift of the grief of death and the gift of grief of divorce, like they both have been so profoundly beautiful in the most extraordinarily different ways.
Where can people get the book?
So locally, if you're in Cincinnati, you can pick it up at Joseph Beth, and you can pick it up at Roebling Point Books.
Sick.
I know. That's so cool. You can also order it on Amazon and at barnesandnoble.com. And this is where I get so goofy, but leave me a review. It helps.
For sure.
I'm like number 572,000, and I would love to, and the only way I can do that is through you. So leave that review.
Yeah.
And then one of the fun things we're trying to do, and I'll just plug it, is like I'm trying to find book clubs because I love small circles.
Yeah.
So like if
you're
your
the
book
queen
club,
of a small circle.
I love it. I love it.
You love big circles too.
I love big circles. Yeah. I love a circle. Like I just love any gathering. I love bringing people together, but I want to come and bring a bottle of wine to your book club and have this exact same conversation.
Wow.
Like, so if there's book clubs that are listening and you want me to come and you want to read my book, that would be so cool. So yeah.
Anything else coming up for you?
Oh my God, we have so much. I will plug, this is coming out in July, so I'm going to plug our incredibly cool dinner. Save the date, September 21st, a grateful plate. In 4 years, I've never turned a woman away from Power to Pursue. I have said, of course, we will make room for you at our table. And so September 21st, we're doing an all-female-led dinner. It's going to be all growers, farmers, chefs, distillers, brewers to put on a multi-course meal that will create a scholarship fund that will support not just Cincinnati, but our other cities you had mentioned were in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, Cleveland, Ohio, and now Columbus, Ohio. And so that's coming up. Tickets go on sale in August.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you so much. This was such a great conversation.
I know. It always is.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Listeners, thank you so much. Where can they follow you on Instagram?
Rachel DesRochers.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Love you. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Chrissy Gurley and at What the Fit Podcast. Full video episodes will be available on Spotify and YouTube, so follow and subscribe. If you're loving What the Fit, please help spread the word. Send it to a friend, share it to your story, and if you're looking for even more exclusive content, become a Patreon member. You can find it at patreon.com/whatthefitpodcast.